Hey everyone, my name is Chris Perkins. I'm the creative director on Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. Today I get to shed some new light on our 9 playable races, specifically the innate passive traits that distinguish them from one another and make them unique. I know our community's been really excited about this information, and we're very excited to share it with you. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin with the humans of Thronefast. The humans of Thronefast have this inherent belief or confidence that they're going to succeed in whatever they put their hand to. They're going to find the treasure they're looking for. They're going to slay the dragon. They're going to save the day. It's a powerful optimism that for them is linked very much to their love of adventure and exploration. The life of a Thronefastian human is a pursuit of glory. It's a chasing of dreams. And while there's some debate, the bards of Thronefast probably write the catchiest songs. It's these ingredients that have always caused the humans to have this knack for rallying others to a common goal. Let's take a look at the innate passives for the humans. First, we have a people inspired. This increases melee, ranged, and spell haste by 2%. Next is Wanderlust. This grants a bonus to faction gain with neutral factions, and it increases the experience gained through exploration. Next, we have Shield Specialization. This increases the Shield Mastery skill by 10 points. Next, we have Thronefastian Charm. This increases the effectiveness of abilities that are modified by Charisma. And finally, humans will have an advantage against the Alarmist disposition. The Elves of Faerthale share these 2 characteristics, placing a high value on the traditions of their people and keeping a steady guard over the Lucent Tree. But beyond these shared characteristics, there's meaningful diversity among their people, specifically with the 2 main factions of Elf, the Ashen and the Ember, which players will be able to choose between at character creation. The Ashen Elf is intelligent, wise, and measured. They give themselves to study and memorization and recitation and become fierce wielders of the insight they gain. The Ember Elves are emblazoned fighters with impassioned hearts. They believe that evil should be met where it sleeps and dealt with swiftly with weapon in hand. Whether you choose to create an Ashen Elf or an Ember Elf, there will be general innate passives that apply to both, as well as unique innate passives that apply to each one individually. Let's take a look. Let's start with the innate passives for elves in general. First, we have Lucent Ancestry, which grants an innate bonus to nature magic resistance and increases the effectiveness of nature abilities. Next, we have Nimble, which increases the effectiveness of abilities modified by agility. And as elves, they will have an advantage against the True Sight disposition. Let's look at the Ashen Elf now. First, we have Deep Recitation. This grants an innate 20% chance to resist spell interruption and counterspell abilities. Then we have Sagacious. Ashen Elves gain extra spell rating from each point of wisdom. Now let's look at the Ember Elf. First, we have Unflinching. This grants an innate 20% chance to resist knockdown and knockback abilities. And then we have Deftness. This gives Ember Elves extra attack rating from each point of dexterity. The Halflings of Wild's End face every danger with a smile. As a people, they are imbued with mischief and a kind of wild joy. They're bursting with youthful optimism and the kind of confidence that says, of course, nothing's going to go wrong. But to the discerning, to those who look more closely, they can see that this is a people cursed, and the laugh of the wraith that cursed them still echoes on. Let's take a look at the innate passives for the Halflings. First, we have Wild Mind. This grants an innate 20% chance to resist charm and mesmerize effects. Next, we have Dagger Specialization. This increases the dagger skill by 10 points. Next, we have the Fire of Youth. This grants a bonus to the effect of consumables. Next, we have Wraith Hunters. This grants halflings a bonus to the damage they inflict against wraith targets. And finally, halflings will have an advantage against the deranged disposition. The dwarves of Kadasa are unique among the other races of Terminus in many ways, but perhaps most importantly, they are the only people who live in the physical presence of the celestial who formed them. While dwarven strength and fortitude and mastery of the forge are renowned, it is the inspiration they draw from the dwarven father's presence that marks them most prominently, producing in their ranks a legendary zeal, making them dauntless leaders and unwavering combatants. Let's take a look at the innate passives that belong to the dwarves. First, we have fortitude. Dwarves gain a bonus to the health they receive from each point of stamina. Next, we have grip of the dwarven father. This grants dwarves immunity to disarm. Next, we have ice and stone. This grants dwarves an innate bonus to their cold resistance, as well as an innate bonus to their frigid and toxic acclimation scores. Next, we have mountain forged. This increases their blunt weaponry skills by 10 points. And finally, dwarves will have an advantage against the avenging disposition.